had never even heard the sound. Okay. So, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Something up with my cord. Okay. So today I am going to be recording a Minecraft video, but in this version, it's not just any Minecraft video. It's going to be a video where I tried to optimize this thing into a point where I can run shaders at 60 FPS or higher on just integrated graphics. And most integrated graphics don't run Minecraft shaders at like 60 FPS. They mainly only run it at like 30 FPS. But I'm going to check vanilla Minecraft without anything default here. My camera just... Okay, let me fix that. I forgot it does that. It's called rescaling. It will change my resolution. Why it looks a bit square on my... It looks a bit squarish on here. What the... There might be a rescale problem. And I forgot my camera does not work in Minecraft. Okay. So, default vanilla Minecraft. Let me just hop on. And wow, it actually didn't take that long to load in the world. Dang. Is it just vanilla Minecraft? Or did I actually leave stuff on? Yeah, it's just vanilla Minecraft. See, VSync off and frame rate unlimited. Okay. Okay, I try to make sure it's not reversed on my recording computer. Yeah, it's a little bit delayed to my recording computer, but that's totally normal. Yeah, it's like 100 millisecond delay. I think camera receiving devices always do that. Even for OBS and on an expensive one, it still has that latency. There's not really anything you can do about that. Okay, why do I feel a bit of input delay right now? It's probably because I'm on vanilla Minecraft with no optimizations. So this is just vanilla Minecraft. Wrong button. Let me go to my mods and FPS display. Display my... Okay, you have to manually save it. There you go. And actually, whoa, that's actually not that bad for vanilla Minecraft. And just basic settings too. Okay. Say all the mods are disabled, so it's pretty decent Minecraft. I don't know why I'm holding control. I bound my R key as the sprint key. And yeah, it still runs pretty fine. I'm trying to make sure I just go around and not have any weird noticeable stutters. Now that's all it is in this one. We can go to the next world to see how it loads. I'm not going to worry about the survival world because it basically loads the exact same as a normal terrain world. Yeah, the chunks are definitely slower without optimizations. Yeah, most modern machines it would load faster. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to catch up. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely playable. Yeah. Now once I get back to the ground, once everything reloads, yeah, like 120-ish FPS, something you would normally get on integrated graphics. And let's see if I can turn on fancy leaves because I'm on all fast graphics. See-through leaves, here it is. No improved transparency because that is a problem on integrated graphics. I mean, it will run it, but okay. Default Minecraft. Slightly lower, but it's still basically playable. There's a bit of micro stutter here and there, so that's something worth noticing. And that could be because I'm not using VSync. So VSync and cap it to 60, and let's see how it works. Is it still a bit choppy? Actually no. Definitely smooth, even though it's 60 FPS on VSync. I only have a 60 Hz monitor. Now this is default upscaling. By default it's set to a normal screen here. Okay, let me fix my settings again. Turn that off. Dogs are randomly barking. Yeah, let me quit here, and let's go on to the modded version. I almost clicked the wrong button. Okay, I'm on the modded version. Let me boot it to see how fast it will boot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There we go. It fully booted. Now if I go into a regular world here, into my normal building world, load in, load in, load in. There we go. It did took a bit of time because I still have to reload all of the core mod settings. Okay, I have to update some settings first because by default it switches my settings out of the normal. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Chunk updater, well, 2 threads, that's on default. 4 frames, I normally have it 5 frame ahead limit. There we go. It's just normal here. This is set by default. Alias things on here, I just used it here. And something to notice that I also need to change my controls here, otherwise it's gonna mess up. See, the R is bound there. I'm gonna bound this as F12. There we go. And yeah. And my FPS, oh, my FPS still capped. Let me uncap that real quick. Okay, yeah, this version is a little different. It did move compared to the older versions. And yeah. Okay. Basically almost the same, but just a little less struggle here. See, I can continually go around here. Now I am recording, so it will be down to like 200. If I'm not recording, it'll be like 400. So yeah. A little input delay. Something that's normal here. Something to do with the recorder. I did not mean to press E, but it did lag a little bit, but it did load pretty quick. Yeah, it's way more playable than the last one for sure. Okay, let me put it back to 60. VSync it. There you go. And see if it can load the other world pretty good and consistent too. I do have to reload the chunks with the Chunkies mod too. So yeah. And it actually does load in. Yeah. I'm not sure if it loads faster or if it's the exact same. But it's actually definitely smoother. Now what if I put it at like 20 chunks? Okay. Now I kept the chunk builder threads really low to prevent the random heat issues. And something I could also try, and I hadn't even settled it on this version yet. I could just put the priority on high and GPU priority on high. Don't put it on real time, it will break. And then there we go. And yeah, now it's more playable. Pretty crazy. Not just to notice I still got like 60 FPS, but it is still but it's definitely smooth. I did not mean to. Okay, what am I doing? This version is really different. I'm used to the 1.17's interface. Yeah, the 1.19 version is the exact same layout as the 1.17 version. Okay, it looks a bit weird, like if you're on the same screen, you would notice about the slight micro stutters, but it's actually not bad at all when you So it's not really it's not really that bad at all. Like you would barely notice that. It feels more like Minecraft Bedrock Edition stutters, like when you just walk around. Now I am pretty close to spawn, so it's not really an issue there. Now if I was on the 1.2.5, I would be at a far distance, around like 2 to the power of 43, so it would be really stuttery there. But yeah, and then it's actually running pretty good. Like let me get down here. Yeah, okay, well I mean it is a bit lower FPS because I am on a 20 chunk distance. Put it back on my default render distance. This is normally the chunk render distance that I normally play at. Now most people play at this chunk render distance anyways. Now once everything finalizes and load in, yeah, this is definitely way higher than the other one. Before I was only getting like 90s to 100 or 120. This one I get like 160, 170. When it finally starts to load in, it gets more FPS. Look straight up, gets almost 300. Now let me go back to my other world real quick since I got the priority settings changed. Okay, oh, it definitely loaded faster now. I can just circle around the entire map to preload everything. And yeah, it's definitely way faster now since I changed that. And now the one thing I came here for is visually running shaders. Visually running shaders on integrated graphics. Most computers usually can't do that on the integrated graphics. This might be the first computer that will test to get a smooth 60 FPS output, or maybe even more than that. I don't know why my sprint happened so late there. Yeah, you can see I can still parkour pretty fine, except for that bit of start there. I mean VSync problem, but it's normal. I can just VSync it to prevent random stutters from happening. I don't know why it's not snapping there. Okay, and also I haven't checked the end loading times yet. That is really instant. The end didn't even take that much time to load at all. It's probably because I preloaded the end before. I hadn't really loaded a new end chunk yet. Yeah, this is also preloaded, that's why it's all quick. But there's like literally no frame drops. Except for that one when I went down to 55, but it's not really noticeable. And then go back to the overworld. Yeah, it just loads back instantly. Yeah. And something that could be really cool is the anti-aliasing, which is not working. Hold on, I probably need to bind it again. I haven't even bound anti-aliasing yet. Okay, make sure the video isn't stopped. Okay, where's anti-aliasing? Okay. Oh, here it is. I don't want it to bound as O, I'm going to bound it as 0. Who used 0 for something? There you go. So now the O should be the shaders thing. I have some shaders already in there, and it shouldn't mess up. So now if I, so I could sharpen it. I could use the FXAA, could use SSAA, SMAA, NIS upscaling, some more upscaling, TAA, which is kind of a buggy TAA. Yeah. And there we go. And also notice that I could use this other anti-aliasing shader. Okay, if it loads in. There you go. Some of these are RAM heavy, but yeah, it seems to run perfectly fine. Yeah. There is a little bit of performance dip because of the recorder. So I should be getting more FPS than this, but yeah. It's all noticeable and it's all good. Now, the one, where are my lever? Oh, I didn't even put my lever's gone. Okay. The little flicker is on the piston, so if I turn this back off, yeah, definitely shaders that cause the flickerage in pistons. I think it does it on all machines. Now, the first one I'm going to be trying to do is make up ultra fast. However, this is a pretty intense shader for integrated graphics. But let me see if it can at least handle the shader pack. Yeah, Okay, so it kind of handled it. Yeah. Now let's turn off the anti-aliasing feature and test it again. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely playable. I usually would get like 50-ish FPS. Now let me turn this back onto TAA, and then I can try try the anti-aliasing upscale, because they seem to give me more FPS with that. And let's see how it works. There you go. This is the OpenGL one, the basic one. And okay, I'm already getting 60 FPS on a pretty hard to run shader. Yeah. Now the FPS will be a bit lower when using some settings here. I mean, I am recording with a capture card straight through the integrated graphics, so we'll be using quite a bit of integrated graphics to run it. There's some little input delay. If I can even jump this. You probably need to have like a bit more smoother FPS for this, as it lets you coyote jump better. Yeah, okay, there we go. You know, I have to like retime that. And the shaders, it actually runs pretty good. Actually, let me see if I could push this to high. Let's try high. See if it will work. And yeah, it actually definitely works. Yo, that is crazy. I don't know why my recorder is slowing down quite a bit, but the gameplay is actually noticeably smooth. Yeah, the recorder is slowed down a little bit. You can definitely tell the anti-aliasing some motion blur. Yeah, definitely has a noticeable motion blur. And of course shaders have these flickering pistons. I don't know why they do. Yeah. And let me turn the upscaling off. And one shaders are pretty cool, and I can use the Silver's enhanced shaders. Check this one. Yo. And yeah, this is definitely a perfect shader. Yeah, please don't tell me it's not perfect. And I can on. Okay, there. I was about to say, where's all this stuff at? And yeah, it's running pretty good. Oh wow, it's actually running really good. Some pretty good settings too. Make sure that's not on. Shadows. Okay, try medium. Okay, yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working okay. Yeah, it's still playable. The recorder just lags out, but the game is still playable. Let me up this thing. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I kind of wonder if I can still put this thing at its full resolution. So let me find my Minecraft game. Set it to real time, and then see if it will at least work. So I have to let it recalculate the settings. Hey, it's almost getting 70 FPS on a pretty big setting. Yeah, and this is on its main resolution as well. Yeah. And let's see if it'll toggle. Okay, there we go. And yeah, definitely still playable. Well, what if I look up? Okay, 100 FPS. Looking up. Keyboard noticeably hot. Yeah. miniature shader. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, this one runs way smoother than that other one. And still managed to get 100 FPS. Yeah, this has got to be the easiest shader to run so far. Now, however, that was a low quality looking texture. $1,024. And I still get 100 FPS. Wow, that's actually crazy. What about if I go higher? 2048. There we go. This is basically a stripped down version of all the shaders to run. And it still works pretty good. Here you go. Yeah, actually gonna turn on VSync to prevent this stress here. Yeah. Turn on VSync. And yeah, there, now it's more clear with less micro stutters. Yeah, there we go. The recorder still has a bit of a buff. I think the recorder is only recording 50 FPS because my capture card wanted to act weird and not want to get a 60 FPS version of 1080p like it would on this computer. If I switch, using it, okay, there's still a bit of input delay. Probably just a thing that shaders have. Yeah, okay, it dropped a little bit. Probably something normal about. It's probably something normal about the VSync. It's definitely a normal thing with VSync. It's probably trying to control two monitors. So I can just turn VSync off. It will have a bit of screen tearing, but maybe the game will still be smooth enough to play. Okay. Yeah, there is some micro stutters, but it's still playable. Yeah. But it's actually working really fine. Like, it's just crazy that it just runs 2048x resolution. Let's see if I can go 3072 resolution. Yeah. If it will load in. Okay, 42 FPS. It definitely did drop down. Turn on VSync just to make it more clear. Yeah, I'd say like, yeah, 40 FPS is kind of strange. Yeah, so like, yeah, it can definitely go really high. 1024 is the standard resolution for this. And it don't even look too far off at all. Now what about the end? Okay, and touch the portal. And it just loads. Whoa, yeah, the sky looks so cool with these shaders. I wish they had these on a lot of shaders where they have these like pretty cool stars and all that. Yeah. Now, I don't have my nether portal, so now I haven't even loaded in the nether with this shader. So let's see if I can try to. So I'm going to just set block it. Can't really do that. That's a better off thing. Nether portal. There you go. Oh, okay, it placed in there. There you go. I'm gonna go in the portal. Okay. And yo, yeah, it definitely loaded. And wow, it actually loads pretty fine in here too. That's just the fog distance. And it's still 12 chunk render distance. That's just fog distance. Okay. Go back out. Oh, it does okay, it does instantly teleport. See if it does. Let me just place that reference block down. There we go. And yeah, shaders makes everything cool. And you see how it, oh, I'm going to turn this off. You see how it knows that there's some weird lines in it? Yeah, it still looks like that on the other one. You can just easily remove that with the TAA fix. And there we go. Yeah, his nose to fix. It's pretty nice. Yeah, make sure. Now, I could also use this other one too. Not the most perfect, but it should smooth out a little bit of the lines around it. Oh yeah, it does. It does smooth out the lines. However, it basically just moves in 900p to look similar to 1080p, but not the exact same. Yeah, it's just a little different. You can see it's only meant to smooth out like the close-up textures to make it look nice, but to make it look really nice. However, not all devices supports it well. Okay, I'm gonna turn it in, and yeah, it looks very clear now. Now to get it even more clear, you can stand still, and just a bit of ripples there. It just, I don't know why it's there, it's just there. Yeah. Now there's a little bit of micro stutters here and there, but that's totally normal. I don't know why I jumped over the portal. Yeah. And also, I've been breaking Minecraft a lot too, so. Okay, let me just turn this back off so I can preload all the chunks here, and then go back in the end. And yeah, it's like instant, but I can also teleport to the far lands here. And there we go. The far land is supposed to be the most taxing part on a computer. Yeah. Okay, it's actually not too bad at all. It seems to handle it pretty fine. What about with anti-aliasing? Okay. I mean, definitely doing it. Yeah. I can't believe that Farlands is this hard to operate on a computer. Yeah. Now if I look away from the Farland chunk, it's like perfect FPS, but when I start to look into it, it just drops. Yeah. The Farlands is definitely laggy places. Now it runs pretty fine without that turned on, so let me go back in. Now I don't know why it's so flat, except for this hole. Oh wait, that's my hole that I dug. This just sees through all of the layers. Try and make sure I don't accidentally collide with the. So here's the next layers. Here's the next layer right here. Next layer is partial layer. There's some diagonal patterns in there. Yeah, you can find some diagonal patterns in here. Okay, just go back out. Okay, let me get to at least like 80 blocks / TP 0 tilde 0. There, yeah, there's one reason why I need to get up to 80 blocks so I don't get stuck in this thing. There we go. And yeah. Now let's see how fast it is to get into this other world again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. And actually the one thing I never tested out was, okay, yeah, I definitely loaded way faster. My mouse was constantly being pressed. Okay, I hadn't turned on see-through leaves yet. I thought the map levels was turned up for a second. Okay. And yeah, it actually runs perfectly fine. Yeah. And see-through leaves is kind of a hardcore thing. See-through leaves plus anti-aliasing equals, see here. Okay. Yeah, it's actually runnable. So yeah, definitely runnable. Miniature shader with fancy leaves. And yeah. Okay, I had to let the chunks load in, otherwise it would just lag it. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, there we go, it's actually starting to run it. Yeah, like it actually runs it pretty fun. Now let me turn off the fancy leaves so I can get the regular performance here. See if I'm still on the basic graphics settings. Yeah. It actually runs pretty good. Now it runs way better without recording for sure. Like I get a lot more FPS, but this is just how it is recording on here. Yeah, I am using a capture card. The capture card is using a USB-A instead of USB-C, so that could be the lag reasons. I actually slid my mouse underneath the thing here. There you go. But it's actually noticeably playable. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's on a pretty high quality preset too. Yeah, definitely way playable. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, press the bell to get notifications, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.